A lot of praise for the Houston Texans this offseason. But we have seen some people push back on that praise. Jason Braddock, before he left the industry altogether, said that he's getting a little bit tired of hearing the Houston Texans bravado. Joe George, I know, has co-signed that to a degree.
Yes.
Not an extreme degree.
But pretty close.
But you're a little annoyed by it.
Yeah, they better win.
Well, this could perhaps qualify as the national media doubting the Houston Texans. I've got a battle red pill for you guys. This one, oh boy, buckle up. Heretics dare to question the Houston Texans' greatness.
How dare you?
Is it bullshit?
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Or will you take this battle red pill?
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
ESPN graded all 32 NFL teams off season. The Houston Texans only got a B-.
Huh.
There are only 11 teams that got a worse grade than B-. In fact, there's only 3 teams that got a D. No one got an F, which is a tad surprising.
That actually does, because this isn't like draft grades. Typically, people are a little more honest in the offseason about an NFL team because you're not beating up on some kid who just achieved his dream. So I'm surprised to see no Fs.
C is satisfactory. D gets degrees, but it's not good. F means failure. I don't understand why people don't have the chutzpah, cojones, to fail an offseason or fail a draft anymore.
Yeah. I wonder what fail an offseason. Like, they don't have a team anymore.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I would give the Dallas Cowboys an F.
They said that they were all in, and all they have done is lose Tony Pollard and lose Tyron Smith.
And they haven't solved any of their problems where they have Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb all becoming free agents at the exact same time. Like, they haven't extended any of those guys yet.
It's nuts.
I would still give the Atlanta Falcons an F. Like they lost draft picks to do what? To sign Kirk Cousins and draft a quarterback? They turned down a 4th-round pick in the NFL draft, in the 2025 NFL draft. For what reason? It was the Bears who were trying to move from 9 to 8 to draft a Dunze. They turned down a 4th-round pick. The Bears weren't going to take Penix. You idiots! Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
I put both those teams in the F category easily.
Okay.
It surprises me.
Here is the reasoning that ESPN gave the Houston Texans a B-. It's because they restructured Stephon Diggs' contract into a 1-year deal. Further, writing from ESPN, the trade of pick 42 for Diggs was an easy win. But on the surface, the move was made defensible given Houston's timeline. But when the Texans agreed to give Diggs a pay raise and shorten his contract to a 1-year deal, it became an expensive move for a 1-year rental. So really the big issue that they have after crediting the Houston Texans for earning a 2nd-round pick to move from 23 to 42 in the draft is that they traded a 2nd-round pick for a 1-year rental of Diggs.
You could sell me on that. That was not the wisest of moves to make, because the Minnesota Vikings could be one of the worst teams in the NFL next year, and you could have just given the Buffalo Bills the 35th pick in the NFL draft, to which Stephon Diggs is going to leave. You're not going to keep him, and you might have been able to use that draft pick for the future. At the same time, they chose to go all in. I understand why they did it. I still like the trade. I prefer the 1-year deal. So that's why I disagree with this part of giving them a B- grade. I'd rather have Stephon Diggs here fully motivated for 1 season than have him here for the long term.
It would have been hard to extend Nico Collins if you did not give him a 1-year deal, if you did not change the deal to a 1-year deal. Could have been done, certainly, but this definitely made it easier, and it makes more sense to give Nico Collins the extension than Stephon Diggs, especially considering that the Bills started winning when Stephon Diggs was involved less in Buffalo's offense.
Yeah, because I think that's more a reflection of Josh Allen. If I'm wrong and it's more a reflection of Stephon Diggs, then you only want him here for a year. And it's a good thing it's a good thing you did this. Not yet, but you gave up a lot of draft capital in theory to do it.
I think we have to brace for the possibility that Stephon Diggs at this point in his career is closer to where Odell Beckham Jr. was after a few years from being everyone's favorite wide receiver and perhaps the most recognizable non-quarterback in the NFL. Eventually, he became a okay wide receiver with a big name. I don't know if Diggs is there yet, but this is something that you should be bracing for. And look at the look at the deal that Beckham got last year with the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, he was overpaid. It was $15 million or so. Diggs are getting $20 million for this season. There is a chance, again, that Diggs is not this guy anymore.
It's okay because the difference is
You got two more guys.
exactly. Then what did Baltimore have? They have Mark Andrews, great tight end, but like you're talking about like Rashad Bateman, Duvernay,
Right.
Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Like we like Zay Flowers. He's a great player. But Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz are going to be a really good core of pass catchers. Whatever Diggs gives you is sprinkles on top of the sundae. So even if he's not great, you don't need him to be. He can be your third best wide receiver this year, and you could still be one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Do you know what they call sprinkles up in Massachusetts?
No.
Jimmies.
Jimmies?
I have no idea why. Call them Jimmies.
Let me get some Jimmies.
Hey, kid, can I get some Jimmies on that raspberry lime Ricky, dude?
Oh, did you ever do you ever did that for a summer? Worked at like an ice cream shop?
No, I did not. No.
I did not either. That seems like a miserable job.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Why does it seem miserable?
I just feel like people like
You just want to eat the ice
He'd
cream.
eat the ice cream.
yeah, you want to be extra fat, but also a lot of crying kids. As someone with the kid, like you go to a marble slab, if it's a long line, there's typically kids throwing tantrums there. Not a great experience.
Also, probably not a lot of kids taking no very well for an answer.
Yep.
But when they get the ice cream, I would imagine it shuts them up real
Yes,
quick.
but if you're not moving quickly through the line, you got kids back there crying. You don't want that.
From the Twitch, Stephon Diggs low-key on a prove-it deal. No, he is on a prove-it deal. If he plays good, he'll get a new contract. I'm sure of it. I don't believe that.
He'll get a new contract.
Not here.
Yeah. Well, no, but not here. But he'll get a new contract.
There is something I've wondered whether or not it would have been better to try to trade for Brandon Ayuk on a one-year rental, especially after he told Jaden Daniels, quarterback for the Commanders, that the 49ers don't want him. I think Ayuk would have made a lot of sense here, and Slowick obviously has got a great deal of familiarity coming over from San Francisco to the Texans with Ayuk, how to best use him. Ayuk's really good at getting open. That move, honestly, might have made more sense, even without the extension, but I don't know if they would have been able to do it for a second-round pick.
Well, but it's not the second round pick. The question would be, would you rather have Stephon Diggs on a one-year deal and Kamari Lassiter? Or would you have rather just taken the 23rd overall pick in the NFL draft and just traded that to the 49ers for Ayuk? Like, I'm with you.
You'd also need to give Ayuk a new deal.
Yeah, because that second round pick is what you got from moving out at 23. So it's, do you like Lassiter and Diggs, or would you rather have Ayuk?
With everything I'm hearing about Lassiter right now, Lassiter and Diggs.
I think I kind of lean the same way.
Because you don't have a cornerback, too.
Yeah, because I want to be with you. Like, having Ayuk here would have been awesome. But for what we thought versus what we're hearing now, we'll see what training camp looks like. They might have solved one of their biggest problems in the draft with that 42nd pick.